Good morning. Welcome to Flat Earth Early Bird number 1752. I'm your host, Arwin. And before we start the show, please don't forget to share it on any platform you deem fit. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification so you don't want to go live, which is normally 1 p.m. Amsterdam time in the weekdays and 2 p.m. Amsterdam time in the weekend. And please also do support me through the PayPal and the Patreon. That would be much appreciated. And yeah, I need it a lot because I'm gonna, run out of the rest of my food again. I mean, I'm gonna have spaghetti, but not the rest. Yeah, not all the ingredients were in already yesterday, so I'm expecting to be able to get them today. And then I will have spaghetti. But yeah, not a lot of other things. Anyway, my fridge is like really empty these days. Anyway, hello Fiber Oats, first in chat. Good to see you. Bill Nye the Science Denier, good to see you. It is Tuesday, the 17th of October 2023. Hello Danny Torrance, good to see you. Temperature is 12 degrees Celsius. Alright, now let me show you. It's incredibly beautiful. Hold on, let me get that full. It's just a clear blue sky, almost no wind, a couple of fluffy little clouds, and a lot of sun. Which behind closed doors is really nice and warm, but outside it's still very cold. Jackdaw sitting on the chimney. There he goes. Right, yeah, plants are doing fine. Right, hello Clutch, good to see you. Really enjoyed the chat yesterday? Okay, cool, Danny Torrance. Yeah, no, yesterday was lots of chat activity. It was really busy. So, yeah, great fun. Also, I'm noticing that nobody's getting secretly banned here. Because I've been checking... been checking the banned list regularly, and doesn't seem to be any anomalous people getting on that list. Let me check again. What the hell? Who the hell is that? Did somebody rename their name into Templar Knight of Truth? What the fuck? Right. Anyway, the rest of it is looking good. bit weird though. Who the hell is that guy? Hey Richard G, good to see you. Good morning. Is it a meatless spaghetti? Yes. And it would be vegan if I didn't add cheese to it myself afterward. But it's a really good recipe though. I figured it out myself. It's a modification of the original way of making spaghetti, which did require like beef meatloaf type thing. Right. But yeah, I basically replaced that with eggplant and carrots, and that works just great, taste-wise as well. And technically it's even better because like when you just keep the spaghetti sauce around, like you just put it in the cooler for the next day, then yeah, like after 3 days it's like really things get weird about it. That's what I know. It's like then it's like really it's just not really good anymore. But with the vegan version of the spaghetti, because I don't add the cheese like to the sauce, it actually like it does lose its nutritious value, but it stays great like forever. Like nothing, doesn't start tasting weird or anything. It just loses kind of loses its nutrition after you keep it just hanging there. So, but yeah, it's a good recipe. Lentils? No way. No way that I'm putting that in my spaghetti sauce. No, the spaghetti sauce is excellent the way it is. Hey, Dr. Utker, good to see you. Salina? What the hell? Okay. Lentils? No, lentils are just fine, just absolutely not in spaghetti. Like, or well, it wouldn't, not in my spaghetti, let's just say it like that. I mean, sure, somebody could be like, oh, we could have a lentil themed spaghetti meal, and I'm like, oh, okay, I might try that or something, but I'm not like, don't put that in my sauce. It's like putting peanuts in there or something. It's like, that's not supposed to be in there. Like, I don't want anything actually crunchy in the sauce that you have to crush between your teeth. Right. But I am looking forward to eating that. But before I get to that, I am going to eat this Illuminati croissant. Woohoo. Hey Rick Beck, good to see you. Man, there's so many people in the chat these days. There's more people here in the chat than with my other account. On average thus far. Pumpkin seeds? Right. Yeah, pumpkin seeds work pretty well. Like I used to like have a period where I like put some nuts in the in rice, like to diversify it up, and like pumpkin seeds would also be part of that. like rice, but with all kinds of seeds, including pumpkin seeds and pine seeds. You could even do that. And like that makes it really interesting. Like you could like have a pretty basic sauce with the rice, and then by nuttying it up, putting some nuts in there, it like can make it, but normally would be a super bland rice-based meal, into a very interesting rice-based meal. Yeah, many nuts are nice with rice. Indeed. Fried peanuts. Yeah, well, yeah, sure. Fried peanuts? Okay. Or just peanuts? Not raw peanuts, but I guess they fry them? I don't know how they process them. Chestnuts. Right. Yeah, chestnuts are a little big for rice. Like, I typically recommend to like keep the nuts in the rice small. Or you like have to break up the nuts. Because if they're like gonna be bigger than the rice, that's gonna be kind of annoying. So I prefer the smaller seeds for the rice. Like exclusively. Roast them or salt them. Yeah, I remember just roasting chestnuts. That was a thing. And I mean, it is like really nice and sweet, but it's weird. I always thought doing that was weird, but it does taste nice. But it's weird. Sunflowers are nice. Yeah, I'm personally not a big fan of sunflowers. There's something about sunflower oil that's not great. Like, this is a conspiracy theory or something. I don't know, but I think that sunflower oil is actually like the fats of it are bad for your brain, or they're bad for my brain. You eat chickpea? Yes. I am not a Spanish devil. I do eat chickpeas. I don't just count them. but not in rice, please. I prefer not in rice. Seed oils are not good for you. Well, olive oil is just fine. But like, yeah, oil from sunflower is a very typical oil, also used for frying, and I do not like it at all. Like, I fry all my French fries in olive oil, denuded olive oil. And that works absolutely fantastic, although eventually, yeah, you have to change the oil. But like, if I just do that same process with sunflower oil, then literally it just makes me go. It just makes it like it makes me foggy. I just can't think clearly anymore after that. Literally, like palpably, it'll obstruct me from something that I want to do because of that. Because I can't focus. It's really bad. So I avoid that if I can. But with olive oil, I don't have that issue at all. Thank God. But I guess if you think about it, olive oil is technically not the seed. It's the flesh of the fruit, because it's like a fruit. Right? The seed is in the inside. That's not being cracked and crunched and turned into the oil. It's the flesh that's on it. So I guess that olive oil isn't a seed. Not seed oil. So that that makes sense. They use chemicals like gasoline and process. What the fuck? Really? What the hell? Why the hell? That sounds absolutely atrocious, Dr. Utker. I had no idea. Do they even do that with organic sunflower oil? Process it with gasoline? The fuck? When you heat oils, they turn to neurotoxin, except some really do that, and not all of them. I mean, if you overheat them, like really a lot of heat, like to the point where, like, yeah, where it's just very hot, yeah, then it eventually damages. Keuringsdienst van Waarde. Oh, okay. Well, I must have missed that episode. By the way, I barely watch Dutch television. I mostly know about the oil thing through, well, some conspiracy channels just bring it up. But really from my own experience using it. Because one time I thought like, oh yeah, it's a lot of frying oil. Very cheaply. So I was just like, oh, I'll take that. But then, well, it literally starts to make me stupid. So after 3 days, I'm like, okay, I am literally throwing this away now. Like, this is not gonna work. I told you guys about it, I think. It's like 3 or 4 years ago that happened. Maybe not you guys in the chat right here, but because it's 4 years ago. But anyway, cut my own fries? No. No way. No, I buy the organic fries and they work great. I mean, I could theoretically cut my own fries, but dude, that's a lot of work. And you have to like fry them twice. Like, and all of that's gonna basically make the frying oil worse quicker. Turn oil. Okay, Dr. Utker, I don't know. The organic ones are great. Right? And I don't know, man. Like, maybe those pre-cut fries are not pre-fried in the ideal oil or whatever, but it's still gonna be organic. And, well, whatever traces of those types of oil are in there, they're going to basically mix in with a lot more olive oil. And that way, it's minimized, its influence. What's the pre-frying all about? You just stick them in the pan. Okay, Danny Torrance. But it is kind of funny because my parents used to like always do that. Always fry French fries in olive oil too. Because we did like it, but we knew like the stuff from the snack bars are bad. Like that's not good and it's more expensive, and we like my dad ended up like, okay, then we're doing it, then I'm frying, and he would use to cut it and pre-fry it all in olive oil. It's very interesting, but it was a lot of work. I think if I'd have a whole family or whatever to make French fries for, I would probably do it myself too, if that would be working out. I'd compare it and just see what the family thinks is better. Because yeah, if I'm gonna cook for my family, I'm gonna take more time for that than just like, oh, quickly eat something. Right? It's getting colder. Yeah, when that sun's going away, it will cool down. Man, it's been freezing in here. Like, I have to, like, even shut the door regularly. Just because of the cold. In butterly like fat? No, Dr. Utker, that was actually in, what do you call that thing? That's in animal fat. Lard. Yeah, that's the one. That's right. They used to just use lard for it. For fries. And that might surprise you, but that was actually more healthy. That was actually really good. Lard is actually the best to do that with. Although, yeah, well, blatantly not vegetarian or vegan, but that is what they used to do, and that is the best. They replaced it with oils, yep. Your dad still uses lard, cool. Iron's bad for deep frying. Well, deep frying. Well, is that what you do with French fries? Well, I do it differently. Like, I don't fry it that hard. Like, I make sure, because if it gets too hot, like once or twice, the entire oil is fucked. I know exactly how that works because I fried a lot of freaking fries. Okay, in my life by now. I know when it's wrong, when it's too hot. Like, I don't use a thermometer or anything. I just know. And I check it by dipping frozen fries in it to see how it sounds. That's how I know. And so, when the fries go in, they don't really heat up too much anymore. I keep the fire pretty constant, because it's all fire-based, gas. And, like, it doesn't go too bad. I just have to kind of, like, not let it sit too long, and check the color of the fries. It works great. Can do it, like, daily. Virgin olive? No, of course not. Denuded. Absolute. Yeah. No, but also because it's freaking disgusting. If it's all tasting like olive oil, then you have like super olive oil tasting fries, and that's just gross. Of course, it's denuded, like without the smell. No, definitely don't take the virgin olive oil for that. And like that reacts badly too to being heated. Like it gets weird. It's not good. An air fryer. Good. Yeah, whatever. I want the oil. Or lard. The funny thing is, like, I bake my hamburgers in what is basically lard. Like, it started out like olive oil, but it turned into lard by just all the hamburgers. And you're like, it doesn't rot, so I can just keep the same stuff and reuse it for years. Literally. And it's like absolutely no problem. I've been testing it. And at the earlier stage, I would actually end up throwing it away earlier because I like didn't trust it. But it's like, no, it just stays absolutely perfect as long as you don't like overheat it, don't burn it or anything to the point of evaporation. It's just great. Do you require a room heater already? Yeah, kind of. I have one though, it's right there. Right, I'm gonna take a bite out of this Illuminati croissant before it gets too cold and get over my hunger. Cheers. Mm. Yeah, anyway, Borders Boy, it's really cute that you love that machine. You know what air fryers also do? Break down. And then you have to buy a new one. I do not have that problem. I have a pan. I have a source of fire. That's mine. Like, it's not gonna break down. Never. Oh, man, I needed that. Hey. Hey, Nathan R. Nathan R just joined my Patreon. Thank you very much. That is awesome. New mine unveiled. Yeah. Jeez. But it was like a 3-hour video again. It's like, I haven't actually watched it all. But it looks interesting again. Just a new project. I mean, these guys are freaking researching, man. It's crazy. So much stuff. Makes me feel like a useless hang-around idiot. The research that they do. Huh. That sounds interesting, Jared. Hey, Reginald Heroes. What? We just shared in chat recent report alluded. What? What does that mean, Original D Rose? Oh. Right. Yeah. More about the supermarket. And the St. Nicholas candy makers, right? I get it. What the hell's going on? Hold on. Oh, hello? Oh yeah, zet meneer. Hey, bedankt. Oh ja, is goed. Die zet ik binnen neer. Ja. Well done. Package. Just my my periodic salt stash. I've become a little bit addicted to this stuff. Maybe just not a little bit. I gotta be careful not to overdo it though. But I mean, all these ideas are like, oh, salt is dangerous for you. Like, dude, I've eaten more salt than a freaking earth elemental, man. And it's just doing fine. I don't know, maybe I'm not entirely human or something, but I can eat salt like a freaking earth elemental. Not going to do it, but technically I can literally like chew down one of these rolls like in one go and without flinching. Don't recommend doing that, by the way. But yeah, I'm back on stocked up with this stuff. Need sodium, yeah. And I had run out, and I was like almost tweaking yesterday. It's like not tweaking or whatever because like, oh, I need my coffee, or oh, I need my cannabis, or I need my tobaccos. No, it was like, ah, salt. Where is the salt? But I gotta say, it does kind of help, like with the cold. Yeah, originally Rose. I know. Man, talking about cold, I'm gonna put this. It's just too cold, man. My arms are freezing off. Hold on. Okay. Oh, let's see. I look like a retard now. Only one way to find out. Oh. That went well. Yeah, sodium chloride like table salt. Yeah, because table salt sucks. But whatever is in there, it seems to be working out great for me. Beef tallow would be very interesting, Diver, then if there was organic beef tallow. I would be very interested in trying that out. Plastic grinders. Right. Microplastic garbage. Yeah. Well, I've got like plastic grinders, but where the actual grinding part is like this weird, hard, super hard ceramic. And that works great. Like, it technically just lasts forever. Been using these particular ones for like 5 years. Pretty sure that's not creating any microplastics. Microplastics really happen when it is like the plastic part that's getting a lot of friction or doing cutting or whatever, right? That's what creates that. Oh, right, it's just hard. Yeah, and it sucks. I know. Or are you talking about... You're talking about salt grinders, right? Are you talking about cannabis now, all of a sudden? Those are also called grinders. Yeah, but those plastic thing grinders for weed, man, those really suck. I hate those things. I prefer metal ones. I got this nice copper one. It's extra white, of course, extra Caucasian, because it's copper. Not cannabis. Alright. I was a little mixed up there for a second. But the same counts for those things. I hate plastic grinders like that. See people use them and it's like, oh, you're trash. If I see you using that, it's like, you're trash. I don't ever say that, of course, but I always get that feeling. But, I mean, whatever. Not really. I'm exaggerating. For dramatic effect. I don't really care if what grinders people use. I just don't like plastic grinders. Anyway. Yeah, and with the salt and pepper grinders, indeed, I prefer ones that have ceramics in them. But I mean, the ones they sell at the organic supermarket here are the best. These things last for a very long time. Dude, I could show you. I'll show you. Hold on. Right, so yeah, very plastic, but important element. Oh, the actual gear, right, is that That white hard ceramic. Right. Like on two sides, and that works fantastic. So this is inside ring and the outside ring ceramic. Works fantastic. It's very basic. Oh, by the way, this is probably created as geopolymer. It probably is. So they just cast that stuff in that specific shape. And it's super hard. I'm pretty sure they didn't just like, I don't know, like cut that out of a piece of stone. I don't know if that's going to be the title, Dr. Utker. Yeah, but maybe I could like put oils and grinders in the title or something. I don't know what this show is going to be called yet. Right, there was something though, a new subject that's kind of interesting. Like Twitter X, right? There's these new weird little info notes. Has anybody taken note of that? Really bizarre. Like, it seems like Elon like initiated this AI fact-checking system, but that's not propaganda based. Like a thing that just automatically for you like sources like the picture or the video like really perfectly, like it has a database of everything and it'll just tell you like this is exactly the clip from this year, this location, this. So if you use some kind of video and you say, oh, this is a current thing, and it just says like, nope, this is actually video taken from that and that. That's going on right now at Twitter. Really fascinating. And like a cool development. Has anybody taken notice of that? It's like this new gadget. So anybody that just posts a video, it will like literally source it. And pretty interesting. So instead of oils and salts, you could also call it that. Don't use Twitter. Yeah, whatever. I don't really use Twitter either, but I mean, it is being used. There is stuff happening, and well, Twitter now has these weird fact-checking bots. So instead of like some Soviet panel telling you, "Oh, you can't say that. That's misinformation, medical misinformation." Instead of that nonsense, it's literally a thing that just goes and sources. Like actually fact checks it. Not just, oh, this is the propaganda that you need to believe. No, it just actually fact checks what you posted. It's really interesting. So that's a new development. Don't use it. Okay, fine. You don't need to be using it. I use it so you can keep track of what I'm doing if I don't show up or something. Right? But it is a thing. And it is interesting. Like, it is generally interesting because it's a new development that hasn't happened before this point in the history of the internet. So it is interesting, whether you like X or not. Anyway. Hello, Seeking Starwater, good to see you. Oh, this, I gotta take it. I think I dreamed of salt last night. This night. I missed it so much. That sounds really bad, but I'm just freaking addicted to this salt. But it's this salt. It's not like, oh, I'll just take some of this. No, that, I mean, it'll do something, but it's not the same. Something about this salt. Visit a salt mine. Yeah, that would be incredible. To be fair, I would like to visit that once, maybe. That's still possible by then. Visit like the Himalayan salt mines, where they like build a little museum out of it, like with the walls being all salt. I'd like to visit that one time. It's funny that you mentioned that. I do actually want to visit that. Also, I think that salt is a very beautiful crystal. Did you know you can grow salt crystals, like almost make them into crystals that are like quartz? It looks kind of like, it's very fascinating with salt. Salt is very fascinating crystal. The Wieliczka salt mine? Dislike salty food. Yeah, I get that, Seeking Starwater. No, I only like the salt that I like. So I like my food salty when I put this Celtic sea salt on it, right? That's the salt that I want on it. Or the other salt, right? Like Rosol salt. But yeah, when it's like some packaged thing, the salts in those usually are not great. So it's got to be my salt. The salts that I prefer, that's the ones that I really like, engorging, as it were, and others no. Especially like generic table salt. I despise that. Like, that literally like makes me gag. It's so bad. Like pure table salt, it's so disgusting to me. Because it's just way too salt, and it feels like it feels like it just drains everything that's important from you. Disgusting. It drains your water, it drains your minerals. It's just like, it just sucks. Table salt sucks. Man, it really stands out how beautiful the weather is. Well, it seems like they are trailing, though. They seem to be doing that. Yeah, Richard G. Yeah, pink Himalayan salt is pretty cool. But the problem is that they've demineralized it. Like there were like really interesting trace minerals, including iodine, in that naturally. They're in the salt naturally, but the Chinese no longer leave that in. So it's almost like table salt now. There's not much in it anymore. I know because I have it. It doesn't work anymore. 10 years ago, it was like you take some of that and it's like, oh, you feel super fulfilled and great. Now that doesn't work at all anymore. So that's why I switched to the Celtic sea salt, because it has more in it. Wow. Church of Salt in the salt mine? That's amazing. Diver Dan Navy vet. Huh. Yeah, that kind of church is the salt of the earth, literally. Goody. Leaf blowers. Okay, dog. Gray salt. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I don't like overpriced stuff, so. Agree. Ooh. Oh wow, that is cool. Those statues, that's just crazy. Dude, this is like Dwarf Fortress level shit. What the hell? I mean, this is about as close as to Dwarf Fortress as I've ever seen in the real world. Just mining it and just making statues and pictures and like, okay. Damn. Moria, yeah, a little bit. But yeah, thanks for that picture link, Dr. Utker. That is interesting. Do I think I will be doing this in the next 5 to 10 years? Well, probably. I'm sure there's going to be much more interesting things to also talk about. But yeah, it can't be super revolutionary new subject discussion every single day. But today we're talking about oils, salts, grinders, and churches. Yesterday we were talking about the hobo code supermarket situations, right? Do I think FE will be mainstream in 10 years? No. Maybe, but probably not. I don't know, Flatland. The thing is, you see, media reinforces the globe paradigm. So what are you gonna do? What if the government would just officially start declaring that, like, yeah, it's flat? Then what? You know what everybody would do? They'd just say, oh my god, the government corrupted even further. Now they say the earth is flat too. Right? That's all that would happen. People would ignore the government if the government told the people that the earth was flat. Okay? Don't you get it? A movement? What the hell does the movement have to do with the government declassifying flat Earth, flatland. That's right, Clutch. Exactly. People don't listen to the government anymore. If the government said that the Earth was flat, everybody'd say like, yeah, right, just like all those other lies. That's what would happen. And actually, in the realization of that, there is actually a good chance that the government will declassify flat Earth in the point where they are the most hated, so that they can finally fulfill that wish according to the devil. Like, oh yes, we will be honest about it. We'll just be honest in a point where literally nobody will listen to us. Right? When they're at their worst, that's probably when they would then declassify flat Earth. Nobody listens to them. They just drop the story. And then everybody just moves back to the globe. Because they weren't going to listen to them anyway. That could happen. Something crazy like that could happen. My point is that I don't think that people will listen to government anymore about how things are. I think that that's gonna go away. In the 20th century, people were, like a lot of them, naturally dependent on government to tell them what was what. And there were already a lot of issues and abuses and creepy things because of that. But now it's like there's so much damage has been done by government, by these people in the governments, that now there's a gigantic group of people that are like super oppositional. And like basically whatever the government says, they'll do the opposite. And it's not even a bad tactic for this age. But those people are not necessarily flat earthers at all. What are you talking about? But no proof. For what? What the fuck do you mean? And why the hell would you say, unfortunately George is correct, Danny Torrance? What the hell are you talking about? Very, very rarely is he actually correct. We're talking about George Sanford here, Squirt Boy, who's a concaver. So, no, George is not correct. There is absolutely proof that the Earth is flat. It is abundance, it's overwhelming. We're literally drenched in it. There's no proof of anything other than that the Earth is flat. But that there being proof is not relevant, because people are not going to listen to it. Because they're all dumpty dipshits that can't handle the truth. So they need a lie to go by. And that lie is a globe lie. Hey Dan, good to see you. Scientists and universities? No. They won't. Scientists and university professors are never going to agree the Earth is flat, because then they lose their job and their titles, because that's how it works. So how could they? Who the hell is going to determine that people aren't going to lose their jobs and their titles when they sign with Flat Earth? If that could be changed, well then everything will switch just like that, and literally overnight it'll be like, yeah, it was actually always flat, and like all the experts suddenly, like in the universe, they all know how the earth is flat, and they'll be like rolling it out like they've been waiting to do that for like their entire lives. Yeah, but they can't, because they get fired or they lose their title when they do it. They won't lose their jobs if the government... No, they will. Who the hell says that the government is in control of that flat land? Don't you get it? It's not government run. It's foundation run. Private. Big money. Universities and all, they don't give a shit what government says. They don't give a shit. It's only the ones that are paying the checks. What they say, that's the thing that matters. Nothing else matters. Yeah, and that check is not being paid by government. I mean, it might be supplemented, like some budget or whatever, but that's not what runs the place. That's not what runs the university. Governments have no money. When they do make the switch, eventually the globe, which will happen, what? They will continue with space, right? Maybe. Well, Richard G, if at some point it would switch, and I highly doubt it, well, then there comes that question, like, okay, so where is the top? Is there a top? Where is it? How do we get there? How do we try to claim the space above without being pulled back? And then at some point we may literally bump into the ceiling or whatever. You don't get what universities have to lose by telling the truth? A lot of money. Right? And reputation. If you speak the truth too much, like nobody's gonna recommend you as a university. Except for a bunch of weirdo truthers that will not get good jobs. They will know everything, but they won't get jobs because they say things that you're not allowed to say. Yeah, the truth is nothing. It doesn't run anything. The truth is just an ideal that the general public likes to have. They don't get it. The only thing that runs things is money. Gigantic, insane amounts of money that's all been stolen by disgusting demon people over hundreds of generations. That is what runs things. It's the only fucking thing that runs things. And you can't stop it. And it isn't being stopped. So all that money is just like, how do we keep control yet allow people to believe that the truth is really important? How do we keep tricking them? Yeah, that's how things work, have been working. Far beyond my life. Far beyond before I was born. It's how it always works. It's the only way it works. The only way it works is that the people that are the most demonic, with the most power, they control it, and they're like, how do we keep people from realizing that only power and money that I have controls things and not truth and reality? How do we keep them from realizing that so that I can keep this power and money? That's the only thing that's happening. Infinite plane? What infinite plane? There's no infinite plane. There's no infinity in physical reality. Anybody that suggests otherwise is insane. No infinity in physical reality. It's illogical. Contradictory to natural law and the logic of that. Just everything. It's just there is no infinity in physical reality. Done. No discussion. A big plane, sure. How big it is. The managers of that one supermarket, they control the money. Control the money or have the access to the vault. They're the only ones with the code. Something like that, sure. Borders boy. Right. Yeah, guys, don't forget to Rogans it up, of course. Even though it's still in the middle of the show. Votes have been very low. For all the people that have actually visiting the chat, just quite a butt. Like, there should be more of these. On yesterday's show, there's barely any. So don't forget to do that. Thanks. Hope you've been liking the show. It's a really all-around chatty type of show. Just did awesome. Thank you guys. Oh, okay. Nathan threw out the link. So there will definitely be FED in 30 minutes from now. Alright, I'll be going to the supermarket, by the way, during FED in the beginning to like get the rest of the spaghetti stuff. Great show yesterday with the goblins. Sabine Hassenfelder. Yeah. Ridiculous. That figure is such a crazy ass wizard, witch. Which of the main flat earth gurus? None of them. It's not gonna happen. There's no fucking way, Flatland. There is no way that that's going to happen. These people, like, how, like, even me, like, how the fuck is the mainstream world going to deal with us? They're not. If they shove us in everybody's face, like, they would literally just burn the place down. Like, you can get everybody, like, experimental shots all over the place. You can have, like, insane war situations and total theft. But if they shove that shit on the if they shove, like, Jaren and me and Witsit and Nathan on the mainstream television, dude, they'd fucking burn down the government. People will absolutely go ape shit. There's no fucking way they'd accept that. You gotta let it go. It's not going to happen. Flat Earth, it's not gonna go mainstream like that. It doesn't matter. Like, the people out there, they're not waiting for, oh, the Earth is flat now. They're not waiting for that at all. People want it to be a globe, because that way all the stories that they feed on are compatible. That's how it works. The majority of the stories out there, movies, everything is all globe-based. And if you change, oh, the Earth is flat, yeah, then none of that works anymore. They're not going to do it. They won't do it. Like, the people won't do it. Because their entire world turns to shit. Everything. Like multi-generational piles of nonsense bullshit. They're not gonna do it. Be a meme? No, not a meme, Zeptappy. It's absolutely not a meme. It's a provable fact that the people can't handle. That's what it is, and it will remain. It will be there as a testament to how unbelievably delusional the masses of people are. And dependent on lies to handle themselves. How they all got stuck in perpetual lies and they can't get out. That's what flat earthers prove. We're not going to change the world. We're not going to suddenly erase the lies. Because the lies are there because they were let in. Yeah? Satan only comes on invitation. Lies only come on invitation. Yeah? When you listen to lies on television, it's because you're listening to them. You have control over the television. You can turn it off. You choose to listen to it. You choose to partake in assimilating the lies. It's only there on invitation. And there's a lot of invites everywhere you go. As long as the world consists of all that, there is no way that people can mentally, spiritually afford to accept that the earth is flat on a mass scale. It's impossible. Okay, enough of that horse shit, George Sanford. It's not funny. David Weiss, his news channel. Oh, but he's already almost out there. I mean, David Weiss is like everywhere. If we can't change anything, what's the point of the struggle? Point is that we get it right. The point is that we know what is what, and that we know what is real, and that we know what is not real. And that's the point. It's just a division. What the fuck are you even talking about, George? What are you doing here? Who the hell are you talking to? Nothing? You're just gonna fucking leave it there, dick? Jesus. Yeah, that's right, Seeking Starwater. The only thing that changes is your entire being. Not just that, when you're released from lies, you gain incredible powers that you cannot appreciate as long as you still hold on to lies. And that's it. How? Because of your spirit. beyond you to, if you have, no, not necessarily. You can explain it. It's just that lies literally cut you off from God, from power, right? So lies are Satan, truth is God. So if you have lies in you and you accept them, then you are blinded to the truth that they cover up. Which the truth that is cover up will give you a greater depth on insight on everything else, like all knowledge does. Because all knowledge is as powerful as your ability to cross-reference it with all the other knowledge you have. That's what makes knowledge so powerful. And if there's covered up stuff, well, then you miss connection points. This is logically, it works. If you have illusions, lies, then there are insight points that you are missing that they take away from your overall grip on everything. That's how powerful lies are in suppressing your grip on reality. Yeah? Because you're missing cross-reference points because of the delusions that cover them up. They cannot stop people from exploring forever. Yeah. Well, they can for the foreseeable future. I mean, there's whatever the power is, it's always gonna stop that from happening, right? Any power. Military world power, a religious power. They're all gonna stop you from doing that. Right? The only way I predict that we could get to the point where actually the lands beyond, if any, could be explored fully is by a total destruction of this world. By literally the vast majority of people, especially people in power, being like completely eradicated. So that there is like no more control mechanism, which would absolutely yield total chaos in this age. It will absolutely yield total chaos. But it will also allow an opportunity, a window of opportunity, before powers reassemble, start doing the same thing again, to actually explore while the chaos is going. I should write this into a science fiction novel. But yeah, that's how I see it. Because the power will just like hellbound to stop it. Too afraid to lose control. Right? I mean, controllers, they really don't like it that people are obsessed with some place that is not theirs, far away. The elite controllers want to be able to determine what lands you are thinking about, right? Through the news and through wars. They want you to think about those specific things at those times and then throw me your attention, your money, your passion. And if it's some land super far away that's sort of unexplored, well, that takes away the grip, whatever they're trying to do. So that universally never allow it. Because it's only detrimental to control. Something that's very far away and unknown. They don't want you to do that, under any circumstance. So, only from in total chaos could that potentially be actually, explored? And then when the chaos subsides, it's like, oh, this place is now a place and it's been settled. And there's tech and like, yeah, here's the radio communication with that other continent beyond. Like, yeah, it's just there now. Go fuck yourself. We just settled there. While you were still like petty controlling, like, trying to get control back. No. Yeah, and we got the fucking land now. What are you gonna do, bitch? We got it now. Yeah? You're not gonna stop us. We're literally there. What are you gonna do now? Huh? Send all your fleets to destroy us? Like some savage, insane fucks? Maybe they would do that. Who knows? Maybe they're all obsessed on like, no, we're not allowed. Dude, there might be a thing where they're like the interdimensional beings or the gods or whoever they're in contact with or think they're in contact with or whatever is controlling them or whatever on the other side is just like, it's a rule that we're literally not allowed to live in the region beyond. Why? Because it says so. That could be. It could be like a weird freaky deity on the other side that's basically just saying like, no, humanity is not allowed to live beyond. And you don't even get to know why. You're just not allowed. That could be it, man. I don't fucking know. I don't know how this works. Exactly. But it just seems that they just really don't want you to explore beyond. Now, logically, it's like, yeah, you'd lose control. But also, is there something else that drives it? Is there some deity spirit or Satan spirit, Lucifer himself on the shadow side, telling them like, no, you're not allowed to do that? Maybe there is. This is really out there. Oh, yeah. This is so out there. Who thought that? Oh, but there can't be some other spirit thing on the other side? In the dark world, or in the dream world, or in the drug world? DMT world, whatever the fuck. And there's another dimension and you can share that dimension, share the dreams and have conversations about what you mutually experienced in that one dream with these entities that don't physically exist that you communicated with. Well, if all that shit exists, then why wouldn't there be some supreme deity on the other side? Not the God, Almighty Creator or Jesus, but some pantheonic god from ancient Greece or whatever that's just like, yeah, hi, I'm Zeus actually, and I'm going to like anybody that's powerful that happens to end up here, I'm just gonna tell them what they have to do and not tell them why. And if they don't do it, I freaking torture them in their dreams. Like, yeah, could be. LSD and seeing us. Nah, LSD doesn't really. It's not the same. But whatever. I'm not talking about hallucinations. I'm talking about like other like extra dimensional entities, that spirits, arguably of the dead or of the unliving, those that have never lived, but are still sentient. Who knows? Have I met Oakley in real life? Yes. 2019 at the Amsterdam conference. Right, hope you guys are enjoying this show. Because almost at an end. Yeah. There you go. This is really out there. It's really out there. Click this. Oh. I am so out there, guys. Don't you agree? I'm just so bizarre and out there. It's like, oh my god. Arwen talked about an entity on the other side, and when you take drugs you could meet him and he's controlling people. It's so out there. Oh my god. It's except like, yeah, entire religions pretty much think that too. Yeah, they call it Satan or Lucifer. Yeah, I merely just described it without naming. It's so out there though. Oh my god. Don't you think it's really out there? Seeking Star Water, wouldn't you agree? Right. Anyway, I'm gonna round out the show. It's been fun. Thanks everyone for coming. I hope you liked the show. A lot of food talk at the first part. And then, yeah, got a bit more over the place. But I still thought it was a fun show today. Right, if you like this show, then please don't forget to Rogan's it up. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification so you know when I'm going live, which is normally 1 PM Amsterdam time in the weekdays and 2 PM Amsterdam time in the weekend. And please also do support me through the PayPal and the Patreon. That would be much appreciated, and I can really use the support. And thanks for joining the Patreon today. Whoever joined, I forgot. And yeah, please also, anybody that could donate to my PayPal, that would be great. Because for the short run, for food and all that. Right, anyhow, I'll be back tomorrow with Flat Earth Early Bird number 1753 on a Wednesday. And I'm going to join the Flat Earth debates over at Nathan Oakley 9080 channel, which should start up in about 2 minutes from now. Hope to see you there in the chat. And until the next video, keep it flat.